Welcome back to the news at 10. The National Broadcasting Commission says security men have arrested operators of Radio Biafra and blocked the station from Nigeria's airwaves. The transmitter of the station has also been seized by the NBC. NBC's Director General, Emeka Mba, made this known today in Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. Mr. Mba says his commission has effectively neutralized what he calls the illegal broadcast station from operating. Two aircrafts belonging to First Nation Airways have been involved in a ground collision at the Murtala Mohammed Airport, Terminal 2 in Lagos. The incident occurred as one of the aircrafts was taxiing from the runway to MMA2 to disengage passengers, while the other aircraft was preparing to take off to Port Harcourt Airport from the same terminal. Following the incident, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority immediately grounded both aircrafts and passengers were asked to disembark. Confirming the incident, the NCAA said no passenger was hurt and that the incident has been referred to the Accidents Investigation Bureau for further investigation. It's time now for business news. Adeshawa Josh joins us in a moment.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to Business News. I am Adeshawa Josh. The German Parliament has voted in favor of starting negotiations on Greece's 86 billion euros bailout. The motion sailed through with a clear majority after 439 members of Parliament voted yes, 119 voted no, while 40 members of Parliament were absent. Before the vote, Chancellor Angela Merkel warned of predictable chaos if the German law did not back the plan. The Greek Parliament has already voted in favor of the hard-hitting austerity measures required by the Eurozone for a third bailout. Flour Mills of Nigeria PLC has announced its plans to raise funds through rights issue. At an extraordinary general meeting in Lagos, the management of Flour Mills explained that the measure is to reduce the company's debt burden, lower interest charges, and augment working capital. The extraordinary general meeting of Flour Mills Nigeria PLC was well attended by stakeholders of the company. The purpose of this gathering is to seek an approval to increase the company's authorized share capital from its current 2 billion naira to 2.5 billion naira, and then issue additional shares by way of rights to existing shareholders.
The shareholders, especially the Nigerian shareholders, they have bought into it almost unanimously. And this is very positive for our own company. We also have institutional investors and overseas investors who have willingly also, given their support, to this rights issue.
In order to further grow the value of its shareholders, the food company is also working in alignment with the federal government's industrialization policy, and some of the shareholders expressed their support.
Nigerian soybean, and most importantly, this is margarine made in Nigeria. Made in Nigeria, the only margarine made in Nigeria, from soybean and from maize. So, when we look at the 41 items that were taken off the foreign exchange list, margarine was one of them. And we're making it locally. We're giving jobs here in Nigeria to Nigerians. We're investing. We're not trading, we're investing.
Should this level of profitability remains, you're going to also find that the yield that you get will be higher. Because if you pay, for instance, you're paying 250 on a price of 6 naira, 62 naira, 63 naira, and then you are paying the same 250 on a price of less than 30 naira, your yield is higher.
When you think of where to invest, you always think about the company that is always giving returns to their investors. And Flour Mills, they are the one of them.
Myself and my association and associations of like mind will support the right issue, and we shall make sure that we buy the rights.
The management of Flour Mills says the company will continue to do business in better ways, ensuring customer and shareholder satisfaction. Activities at Nigeria's equities market were closed on Friday ahead of a long weekend marking the end of the Ramadan period. Here's Christy Cole with a review of weekly trade activities.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Markets Report. Nigeria's equities market only opened for 4 trading sessions this week as the federal government declared Friday the 17th and Monday the 20th public holidays at the end of the Ramadan and Eid-El celebrations. But then the all-share index lost 2.15% week on week to close at 31,047.99 points. Capital leads the week's gainers with a 27 naira price gain. EcoBank Transnational's share price went up by 1 naira, while oil dealer Forte Oil gained 8 naira and 10 kobo by the end of the week. On the losers chart, Transnational Express had 33 kobo, shaved up its share price for the week. Computer Warehouse lost 72 kobo, while Transcor's share price had dipped 38 kobo. On the volumes chart, financial services led activities selling 928 million units. The conglomerates had a turnover of 76.5 million shares, while the oil and gas industry followed with 67.8 million shares. During the 4-day trading of the week, investors traded 1.18 billion shares worth 20.2 billion naira in 14,349 deals. And that's the Stock Markets Report. I am Christy Cole.
Thanks a lot, Christy. That'll be all on Business News tonight. The News at 10 continues in a moment.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo wants the Buhari administration to focus more attention on education so that it can serve as an effective tool to fighting poverty, corruption and unemployment in the country. The former president stated this in a lecture on the effectiveness of education system for societal transformation at the Benson Idahosa University in Benin City, the Edo State capital. The former president also believes that the nation can only win the battle against Boko Haram through education.
The convocation lecture is part of the programs lined up for the 11th convocation ceremony of Benson Idahosa University, Benin City, and the guest lecturer is no other person than the former president of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. His lecture, entitled Effective Educational System, a Panacea for Societal Development and Transformation, harped on the need for the government of the day to prioritize education as a tool for fighting poverty, corruption and restiveness.
I choose the topic to remind us all, the leaders and the followership alike, that without quality education, our goal to have a great Nigeria will remain a pipe dream.
Also speaking on the high level of youth unemployment in the country, the former president advised the present administration to expand the economy through effective power sector reforms and youth empowerment, with emphasis on technical and vocational studies.
Human development requires, among other things, considerable investment in education, health, and nutrition. The result is a healthier and better educated population that is capable of being economically more productive. Indeed, many modern growth theories explain economic growth, primarily in terms of expanded human capital. Growth can also be linked to many other elements of human development.
For the management of the Benson Idahosa University, the performance of the convoking set is enough reason to be joyful and continue to blaze the trail.
This year we had more than ever before graduates that we are sending to the award to go and take possession and affect the change that we are all seeing.
They have been taught entrepreneurship skill here, so if they cannot find a job, they should create one and employ others.
49 students bagged first class in various disciplines out of the 876 who graduated in the 2014 academic year.
Agriculture. That's also that.
Next on the news at 10, Nigeria's Olympic team go for Congo in the first leg of the CAF Under-23 Championship qualifier in Port Harcourt, River State. That will be in sports news. Please join us again.